I always tell people that when you do shows with Bar Comedy USA on the Pub and Grub comedy tour, it's kind of like the boot camp of comedy. And I think today's guest on the Bar Gig Files will actually be able to confirm or deny that observation. It's Dewayne White.
Three, two, one, fire.
All right, we've got probably one of the best guests that we're going to have on the Bar Gig Files podcast. Dewayne White has experience as a 23-year Army career combat serviceman. He's a father. He teaches comedy to veterans, which I think is pretty cool. And this dude is rapidly rising in the stand-up comedy industry. Let's bring on Dewayne White, everybody. There he is.
What's up?
How are you? We'll find out if you're behind the book or in front of the book. We've had some technical back and forth, but we'll see. So Dewayne might be covered by the book, but there it is. And by the way, he's actually on the cover of the first edition of America's Best Bar Comics.
That's true. That's true. I made the cover the first year. I didn't make it the second year. That's okay.
No, I think you got to put different people on there.
For sure. You got it. Nobody wants to look at this.
Yeah.
I get it.
So, hey man, I'm glad you could do this. Thanks. This will
Thanks
be
for
fun.
having me on, dude. I really appreciate it. Excited.
I always like hanging out with Dewayne. Like, he's a true road warrior of stand-up comedy, and there's a certain even if you only talk a few times a year over a couple of beers or over some late night breakfast food after a show, like there's a certain type of chemistry you have just by being a fellow road comic. Would you agree?
Oh yeah, I mean, we all speak the same language, It's like we've been through a lot of similar experiences. So yeah, it's one of those things you can just kind of pick it up as you go and go, oh, this happened to me. It's like, oh, that happened to me at this place, etc. Yeah, so it's there's 100%. There's a connection for sure.
Yeah. And I said at the beginning, I tell comics all the time, when you do the Pub and Grub comedy tour, going to these small and growing nightclubs, taverns, neighborhood restaurants and bars, small town America, the nooks and crannies of the country, I'm like, this is where you cut your teeth in comedy. This is the boot camp of comedy. Am I using stolen valor to describe the career development of a comedian, or is that like a fairly accurate statement?
I don't know if I'd call it the boot camp, because boot camp is controlled and everything's there. I think it's more of just it's more of combat of comedy. This is the actual war fighter going on.
Right.
You know what I mean? In some of these places sometimes.
Like just dropping you straight into the mix. Straight into the shit.
You ready to go? Let's go into someone else's house and tell jokes to them. It's fun.
Yeah.
It is a growth experience every time. It's so much fun though. It's great.
Yeah. And I know you've had some crazy ones on, and you get asked it, and you said it earlier, and so you got to tell us about the gig in Michigan.
Oh my God!
He said probably the worst gig ever.
It was pretty bad. It was pretty. I don't know how much I can get into some of this stuff, but it's the only place I've ever called in an anonymous tip on the FBI for a place, because I swore they were like a human trafficking ring, but that's another story. We don't work with them anymore. It is no, we got there and the people were just weird as can be. It's the middle of nowhere, Upper Peninsula, Michigan. Weird people. One guy started telling me a story, and then his wife told me the same story with the exact same words. It sounded all planned and weird. It was crazy. Anyway, I get ready to do the show, and in a second into my set, I started talking about hunting. And the owner's wife comes up to me to the stage with a cell phone, goes, "Look at this," and I'm like, "What are you?" She's like, "These are my grandkids. They're hunting." I'm like, "Yeah, but don't show me now. We're doing a show. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you here?" And she's like, "Well, you talk about hunting. I was going to show you freaking hunting pictures." I'm like, okay. After the show is good. And then at one point she's yelling and jumping around and screaming with this other lady. She's like, "It's her birthday." I'm like, "I don't give a shit. It's fine. Can I finish the show, please?" And there's like 6 people. At one point, a dude comes up and he does like a leg kick at me. I'm like, "What?" There's 6 security guards. I'm like, "Where the hell were you guys? What was that?" And then the final straw, I think, for the show was when the owner's wife, she needed attention or something. She put on a fake pair of boobs, like drag queen boobs, and just walked around the showroom while I was doing comedy.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's pretty hard to keep attention when this is going on. It was weird, man. It was a weird time, but again, it was a growth experience, man. It was fun in that sense. Like, it gives me a great story to talk about. And again, man, I know we've said this, is if you can handle stuff like that in these bar rooms, you can handle anything in a comedy club.
You can handle anything in a comedy club. It's like steel sharpens steel. Now, you don't want to do those all the time, but it is kind of like training, where really like for a UFC fight, where like you just got to get more like the mental toughness.
Yeah,
you might have the stage chops, you might have the good jokes, but you do Gold City, Michigan, you're gonna come away with some mental. It is either gonna make you or break you.
Yeah, it was, and there's a lot of little things that happen, but you do learn a lot. I mean, on these, I say it all the time. You learn so much, how to deal with the crowd, how to deal with like maybe some people that don't want to pay attention, or maybe some people that are like, "Hey, I'm funnier than this guy, and this is my bar. I want to talk over them." And you just learn tricks and techniques to kind of, maybe speed up, maybe slow down, get louder, get quieter. You learn to play, in those environments and have fun with them, even if they're
how to work a crowd. Sometimes when you work a crowd, it's not the same as crowd work. And what I mean by that is you're not going in and saying, "What do you do?" For all that type of stuff to get them to participate. Working a crowd is like, how do I get this mass of people to follow along and play their part, but also
turn them into
have
an
fun
audience
doing it.
Yeah, turn them into an audience, man. That's the thing. Take them from a bunch of people, and it is hard sometimes in the bars because that's their house. That's where they're used to being all the time. So they think they can do whatever they want, and so you just gotta be ready. It's fun.
You're a guest at their clubhouse
for sure. And you're brought in your hired gun.
Yeah.
And
then that late night show on a Saturday in a comedy club doesn't seem like that's nothing.
You're like, oh, okay. A couple of drunk people. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
It's good. I can handle this.
At least they're not running around with fake boobs.
That's most of the time. That is true. Most of the time.
They might have fake boobs, but they're not wearing like prosthetic.
But they're not exposed. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Although I have done comedy in a sex club, so maybe.
Yeah. How long you been out there headlining on the road?
Oh, geez. I don't know. I don't know how long when I started working with you. But yeah, I probably I went full time about 5.5 years ago.
Okay.
So somewhere around there is when I went full time. I did it for I went in pretty hard and fast early, a couple years in when I quit my job to do it full time. But yeah, so I guess 5.5, 6 years probably headlining as a rule.
Yeah. And so that's a lot. That's a lot of up and down. And you do a lot of type of shows. You can do clean.
Mm-hmm.
You can do. I'm getting this off your website. Actually, you do
all the lies.
Yeah, because whenever I've worked with you, like it's no holds barred. But if you can do all these different types of venues, you perform for the troops.
Just
you do corporate
amazing
events.
USO show. Yeah,
you run an open mic. What other than the Hell Night in Michigan? In general, what is the toughest audience of all the time?
Well, I think the toughest, I think everybody would agree, the toughest audience is if it's a place where they didn't really know there was going to be comedy and you just like kind of assault them with comedy. I think that's the hardest,
Right.
where they came in to have a drink with their buddies, and I was like, shut up and listen to me. They're like, but this isn't what I wanted. Those are tough. Those but I think the toughest audience, I mean, who I think sometimes they're just not, they didn't, for whatever reason, they didn't come to laugh or whatever, and you got to work twice as hard to get them broken open and stuff like that. But I really do. I think it's the places where it's like they're not used to comedy. They don't really know what comedy is. They've seen stuff online where it's like, oh, they want us to shout stuff out the whole time. It's like, no, we don't want that at all. So I think those are the ones, people that just, first time seeing comedy and stuff like that. I think those are the toughest sometimes. But yeah, and usually it's not people being mean or being like, everybody always asks about hecklers and stuff. It's like, usually it's not people being mean. Usually they think they're helping out. They think they're doing good.
Yeah.
And they're not.
Right. They have a complete misconception about what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
When she was showing
our
you
job
the
to
pictures,
kind of train them, though.
Yeah. When she was showing you the pictures of her grandkids that were hunters, she probably thought that was helping you.
Yeah, she's like, oh, it's a conversation.
I always felt like the corporate gigs were like that. Like, sometimes they were great. Like if it was the blue collar company party and it's construction workers and they're all there drinking and
that's
they
fun.
Just want sometimes it was like, oh, everybody's here just because they have to be, or the boss is going to be mad at them.
Yeah.
And so they're not, they would rather talk shop than listen to me for 45 minutes.
Yeah. And that's it. It's like, those can be tough. Corporates can be really tough. Anytime I don't love, it says on the website, and it's true. I can do clean. In fact, when I first went into comedy, I was like, I'm going to be a clean comedian, because I was like all into church and stuff still. And I gave it up for Lent in 2020. And but I did. I was like, I'm going to be a clean comic. I was like, it's harder. It's, it's more challenging. It's better, and I can, and I enjoy it, but I always feel a little restricted when I know I'm doing a clean show, because I'm like, I don't think that way. I don't talk that way normally. So but I do think it's a great exercise. I was just talking to a comic last night. It's like, I write dirty, even if it turns into a clean bit. I write dirty because that's how I think. And then I try to take the words out, clean it up, and make it usable at other stuff, So, I want to be able to perform everywhere. That's my thing. I just had a church reach out like, hey, we want a Christian comedian. I'm like, I can do that for you. No problem. But I always feel a little tight when I'm doing shows that have those kinds of restrictions on them, for sure.
Yeah, it can be tight. It can also feel like sometimes it's not about the words, it's about your attitude or the subject matter, or even if it's something completely vanilla and totally innocent, if you have like an edgy attitude about that, that they might consider that to not be clean. It's kind of strange what people even mean by clean comedy.
Oh, I have to have when people say we want a clean show, I'm like, what exactly do you mean by this? Like, if I'm doing a private gig where I need to talk to them about like, hey, you can say this, you can't say this, et cetera, et cetera. But honestly, and I will say though, I do like it when I succeed doing clean. It feels good, because it's like, all right, I played expert level today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it is more lucrative, I mean, for real. I mean, it does help. I mean, I got to do clean shows on cruise ships, and then the next night I can kind of, let go a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, it's just part of comedy. We got to learn to do it. So
yeah, I always tell guys, if all you have is blue material, you're dead in the water.
Yeah,
for
sure.
I started out kind of clean. I would writing clean because I was doing shows in amusement parks and fairs where it was a family audience.
Yeah,
and so you just had to learn to write clean material, but you could use innuendo.
Yeah.
You could use a lot of silliness, and that was a good skill to develop, because later on, when I'm just writing comedy, I could write the joke the way I originally thought it, which might be even something that's a rated R subject matter, but by being able to drop out the curse words of a rated R subject matter, it cleans that up. and then to be able to add in curse words on something about maybe just your rant about road rage. It draws people in. You know, it's hard to do a rant about road rage if you don't actually curse.
Yeah,
It's
you
hard to-
knucklehead,
Right? Like that
you little
doesn't
guy.
that you're not believable as a road rager.
That's true. That's true.
You know,
Yeah.
and if you're going to be the lovable angry guy, you think that there's got to
gotta
be
be
some.
angry.
Yeah, there's got to be some level of 4-letter
Yeah.
words dropped in there.
Yeah, especially a lovable angry guy who's an ex-vet. Yeah, is a vet. Let's go. Like
Right.
I do,
Yeah.
I say things, you know, and I talk about that about how I used to be when I first started doing comedy. I still was going to church. I was like pretty senior in like this church around here, and they're like, Dewayne, you should do announcements, and I was just like, you're like, you're a comedian, it'd be great. I'm like, okay. Sometimes words come out of my mouth that I don't know they do, and I just look for people's eyes to get real big. I'm like, won't do announcements anymore. This is cool. I just got out of it. This is
Yeah, that's one way to get not asked back to do what you
Yeah.
don't want to do.
It's good, but I don't know. One time I did a show, it was a clean show and it was squeaky clean. And they gave me all these rules that said, hey, if we light you once, that means you broke the rules. Please be careful. If we light you a second time, it means you broke the rules twice. And if you and you're really close. And if we light you a third time, that means you're not getting paid and to finish up your set. And all I could think of was, please light me a third time and tell me I'm not getting paid and let me be on your squeaky clean show. I was like, I will burn this room to the ground. I will freaking destroy it. Oh, I'm not getting paid, so there's no. Okay, cool. Like,
And I'm not. All right, no problem. Now I'm on the vengeance tour.
I know. I was like, I get what you're saying. I get what you're trying to do, but you might want to word it different.
That's
don't
like
give me
old
that
school
third look.
vaudeville shit, like where they would give you
Right?
the hook.
It was crazy. Yeah, come get me. That's fine, but don't tell me that I'm gonna stay on stage and you're not gonna.
Yeah, keep going. Right. Right. You broke the rules 3 times, but keep
We're not
going.
paying you
Right.
because you broke the rules. Well, guess what's happening? Yeah.
Yeah. Now at that point, it's no holds barred. It's like, what do you have to lose?
I know. That's what I told him. I was like, you might want to change how you approach this with your.
Yeah, that's bad strategy. Now that I'm thinking about it.
It was great. But
Yeah, if you're losing,
you know, I do
burn
the
it
clean
down.
stuff. What's that?
I was like, if you're losing it, just burn the whole thing down.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this whole room with me. I'm gonna take you. Oh, you have the Christian radio station here to get some press? Perfect.
Yeah.
I'll tell all kinds of stories.
Yeah. And you also got a special out. This is really cool. A boy named Shannon. Without giving away the jokes, there is a story behind that title.
Yeah. It's a boy named Shannon. It's on Apple TV, Amazon Prime, all those things, Spotify. You can listen to it. It's all free now. So you can watch it anytime, anywhere. You can put it on and let your dogs watch it while you're at work. It'd be helpful for me. That'd be nice. But yeah, man, a boy named Shannon. That's my real first name. Dewayne's my middle name. My real first name is Shannon, and so it was a fun time growing up. Everybody's now is like, oh, Shannon Sharp. I'm like, yeah, he wasn't around in the 80s when I was getting messed with in school. But yeah, other than that, it's great. But yeah. It was fun. It's been fun. I love it. Now I don't mind it. You know, when I was a kid, it sucked. But yeah, it's a good time. I love the special, so we're very proud of it.
And I also like how you teach stand-up to veterans. Is that something you still do?
Yeah. I'm getting ready to start a new class in September, actually. Armed Services Arts Partnership. It's how I started stand-up comedy back in the day, and now I teach their class. 100% true story. I was talking to my son when he was getting ready. He was in high school about the time I was debating on starting comedy, and I had just taken a government job I hated, and I was telling him, hey, follow your dreams, do what you want to do. And somehow it came out. I said, well, I always wanted to be a stand-up comic since I was 8 years old, and I never tried, and I'm pissed off about it. So do the things you want to try. And that week I walked into a coffee shop and there was a flyer from Armed Services Arts Partnerships. It's like, are you a military veteran? Have you ever thought of trying stand-up comedy? I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me, dude. This is crazy.
Oh, wow.
It was like the Ron White bit. It's like, are you sitting on a folding chair eating Cheetos? It's like, yeah, I am. So I was like, well, I have to try it. And just the organization is amazing. Armed Services Arts Partnership. I can't say enough good things about them. They teach veterans, family members, all different kinds of art forms. They started with comedy. They do storytelling and writing and acting and music. It's insane. It's all free for vets and family members. It's a super cool organization just to try to help build community among vets. So it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and that's how you got started, and now you're teaching it. That's great.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I teach it. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's so fun to watch these guys go from having like some of them not being able to even stand up on stage or being so terrified to speak in front of people, and by the end they're standing at the DC Improv alone with a microphone in front of 200 people. It's pretty cool to watch.
Yeah,
it's pretty satisfying. I can't lie.
It is. I used to be one of those guys back in the day. I was like, comedy's not something you can be taught. Like either you're funny or you're not, and that is kind of true. Either you're funny or you're not, but comedy can definitely be taught. And it's, I mean, I had to learn one way or another. I took a workshop or two. I even just learned by doing. You're going to learn things. And now at this point in my career, I like that comics pass on the knowledge. I like at this point being a guy that also teaches it. It absolutely can be taught. And then you do get a big thrill out of seeing some of the other comics that you've mentored or the students in your workshop move up, and they go from not even being able to say words into a microphone.
Yeah, for sure.
To count it for 200 people.
Yeah, it's awesome.
See him. Oh, we got a little bit of a feed drop there. We're back. Oh, Dwayne's almost back.
Am I here?
We're about to wrap up. There he is. Dewayne.
Was I broken up?
He made it.
I made it. I'm back.
Yeah, well, the feed dropped for a second.
Oh, right on. Yeah, you're
hardly
there for a minute.
And now you run an open. Yeah.
Yeah, started that. God, we've been there now for.
And now you run an open mic, and that's really cool. Again, passing it on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun, man. We started with an open mic at our venue here in Woodbridge, and back Groundhog Day 2021. We started for the first time there. And yeah, it just kind of grew. We had an open mic every Tuesday. Then it grew into, hey, we're going to do some showcases. And so now we're there every Tuesday night. We do a riff mic to kind of just help people get comfortable on stage. Like once a month, we do that on a Wednesday night. And then we do shows every other Friday. So yeah, it's been good. It's been a good time. And it's a great room. We have a lot of fun bringing in comics from all over the place. So yeah, it's a good spot. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, this is a lot of fun. I appreciate you being on, and check out Dewayne's special. It is on Prime? It's on Prime,
on Apple TV. You can listen to it on Spotify, Apple Music, all that. So yeah, it's kind of everywhere but Netflix.
He's on the Pub and Grub comedy tour coming up. We got a couple dates going out to the Wild West, Montana,
dude. Yeah, I'm trying to knock out all 50 states by the end of this year. Montana is one. I got a show in Wyoming the next night, and I need South Dakota, Minnesota, Rhode Island, and Alabama. Those are the 4 I still need to book this year. I will have done all 50, so I'm excited, man.
I still need Rhode Island.
It's crazy, right?
And Alaska and Hawaii. I did those this year. Yeah, I just made continental United States my goal. I didn't worry about this. I don't want to feel like I'm traveling to another country.
Oh, well, it gave me an excuse to take the wife with me to Hawaii, and big tax write-off. And then, then I went to Alaska. It just happened to work out. I got to Alaska a couple months later this year, so it was pretty sweet.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I knocked out Hawaii in January, Alaska in March, I think it was. For the festival. We did a festival out there. Yeah. So it's been a year, man. It's been the first half of the year. I think I was home 23 days. So
they got to be starving for comedy up in Alaska.
Oh yeah, they're starving for everything.
All right, hey man, it was good seeing you. And I always like talking with Dewayne White. Good to see you, bro. Thanks for doing this.
You too, man. Oh heck yeah, thanks for having me, man.
All right. We'll wrap it up there.
All right, buddy.
Yep. We'll see you next time, guys, on the bar.